So I got up this morning and not your fucking girl. Maybe it was yesterday, I don't know, but it's like, eat your microgreens. Look at her beautiful trace of microgreens. I'm like, oh my God, wow. She's like, oh, you're carnivores, no, you don't want nothing to do with this bullshit. She didn't say that, but, and I'm like, no, I love my herbs. And then I don't have time. I'm so busy. I've been wanting to remark on Sarah, UK, Healthy Carnivore UK. I wanted to remark on her. She's like, people are like, why don't you eat vegetables or plants or whatever? And she says, plants, I don't see how plants could be medicine if they're not food, because they have done nothing for me, but I know, girl, I know that's what happened to you. But they're medicine for me. I mean, I take herbs to kill parasites because I went up, man, you go back into March, I wound up having pork parasites, and there's no diet on earth that'll cure you of parasites. They're in the meat, they're in the plant life, they're in the dirt, they come in through the bottom of your feet. If you're barefoot on the soil in certain places, I mean, there are parasites that they're flying through the air. They're probably sticking them in our arm tickets. Anyway, and I'm going, so yeah, I round up anti-parasite, which is a blend of herbs. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that. That's a whole nother subject, but yeah, I do that. But as far as eating microgreens, I used to love putting them on sandwiches instead of lettuce. You know, I was into all of that. And what I heard later was that the types of things in the greens that are so damaging to us are concentrated in the microgreens. So they're even more damaging. And I was like, oh, is that why they're so delicious and crunchy on your sandwich? So I don't know. And then I heard Sean Baker talking about microgreens as a great finish for beef, which sounds right to me. And I'm like, but they are gorgeous. Those trays are gorgeous. And I finally had my first addict dream last night, and I think it might have been triggered by the fact that I knew I was not going to have coffee this morning, because I'm going because of Sarah Yokai and because of you, girl, because all y'all. We're going for the iron test. We're going for an anemia test. We're not just going to check for our blood iron. We're checking for blood absorption and ferritin and whatever else is in the anemia package. We didn't see a doctor. We had, in our state, we're not allowed to get physical therapy without a doctor's permission, but we can order up ourselves some fucking blood tests without a doctor. I was like, we can? So we did it. We're doing it after we got a Goodwill. We're going to LabCorp. We got our appointments. We purchased our tests. We're getting anemia tests because I believe the tea has wrecked us both. He drank tea way more than I ever did. And I think that the coffee is hitting my iron, and I believe the tea has hit his iron. I think he's in worse shape than me, but I don't know that I have an iron deficiency at all. But it wouldn't blow me away based on my coffee consumption. I don't drink coffee all day, but that's not the point. I drank it every single day almost for my adult life, at least 1 cup. So that's what will wear you out, people. Not a binge, and every day chipping away at your health. That could have chipped my iron and kept it just below, or whatever. We're going to find out what they say. And, you know, I don't care about their parameters. Just like they said to Sarah in the UK. Oh, no, you're not anemic. I'm sorry. What was the parameter? 4 to 200 and you were 7? Oh, you're fine. I'm sorry, but we want to see something in the 180s. We don't want to see 7. And they go, oh, it's normal. In what world? Well, it's normal if you want to be ill. Normal. You better get off that bed, dog. Cookie's not allowed on this bed, but Georgie is. You better get down. You better get off that bed, girl. You better get off that bed, girl. You better get off that bed. Get off that bed. Get out of here. Get out of here, Cookie. Oh. Bad girl. Get down. You better definitely get off that sheet, because that's Georgie's blanket. Get down before I knock you out. Sit out here, man. Anyway. So that's the excitement at Karen's house. It's Boom Boom's house, man. I just finally pulled that purple blanket bag out. I said, I'm putting this on the bed because it washes and shakes out easy, and Georgie can get on the bed. And then Cookie comes in. I'm getting on it, because it used to be her blanket too. So they're like, you, Mom. We'll do what we want to do. So anyway, yeah, we're checking our ferritin, all that shit. We're like, y'all are spurring us into better health. Anyway, Lenny made it to the physical therapy yesterday. They had him doing bridges, and he's like, damn, that was hard. I said, we need to see the PRI guy. But not that these guys won't help us, but especially if they can see which my guy Mike said, his friend is doing the postural restoration. We're going to rope this in. We're going to get it together. All right, peace out, YouTube. I need plants sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not like, oh, no. And there's a whole, you want to go on about this? I think there's spiritual beliefs, too, that go along with this. So my thoughts are this is not a perfect world, and that's why we need anti-parasitics, because there's parasites here. Anyway, so that shortened it. We could have got way into the religious thing. But to say that, God put all the things here for us to eat, and I think, how big is your diet? How big is any particular animal's diet in the world as far as number of different items that they eat? That's why I don't think ours is as big as we want it to be. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you can eat anything you want in the whole world if you want to eat it. But I do think that our species-appropriate diet is much smaller list than what's in the grocery store. How about that one? I mean, so yeah, it made me think, why don't we got to eat 50 million things? Animals don't. They couldn't possibly. They eat like a couple things in the wild, like, we'll eat this or that or whatever. And here we're eating like we got to have 50 million different things. It's just like not from all exotic parts of the world. How the hell are we going to get these without airplanes and shit that are wrecking the environment? It don't make no sense. Anyway, let's go. No coffee. I did have a big nap between like 6:30 and 8:15, and it was miserable. And when I opened my eye or tried, I'm like, I don't want to just close my eyes and go back into this coma. And I had the addict dream. This is what it was. I had a burger, but it had a bun. And I ate the whole thing, and then I started to eat another type of sandwich, and then I went, oh, I wasn't supposed to eat bread. I didn't want to eat bread because I'm trying to purify, like get to a certain level so I can understand where my own inflammation level is. Like, I want to eliminate the possibility of it being from food. So I did the radical elimination diet. Now I will add things back in, but I already know wheat gives me inflammation. I already know that. I will eat vegetables at some point in my, don't nobody get scared. I'm going to eat them. Right now, I just want to, but I don't want to get anywhere near any kind of starchy, any kind of sugary, any kind of anything, because it will trigger me to go back. And and Sarah keeps saying it over and over. This is why I'm doing it. Everybody's like, what are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? Because she's sick of being sick. Go for it. Eat whatever the fuck you want. And stop telling her that her wonderful health that she's enjoying is somehow denying herself some kind of fantastic pleasure that's beyond anything that's just ever imagined if she just put this fucking piece of cake in her mouth. Fuck you, people. Get on down the road. All right, peace out. Bye. No coffee. I'm really unhappy about it. I'm going to try not to drink it when I get home from the blood draw at noon. Come on, man. I don't need to have coffee after noon. Then I'll fuck up my night, and I'll be bitching and moaning tomorrow morning to all of y'all. I'll just skip it.